Turns out my chickens are very chicken. I just finished building them a fenced-in yard, fenced in on all sides and the top, so they'll be protected from hawks and eagles and whatever here. These are the Chanteclers. They're a little over a month old now. So far nobody has ventured out. They've come to the door and looked out a few times, but not quite sure if they want to go out into the big wide world yet or not. The new yard is twice the size of the coop. It's 16 feet long and 6 feet wide, 4 feet high, but height doesn't really matter that much, I guess. But so when their door is open in the daytime, they now have 3 times the space. One of those doors that, here we go, maybe we gonna have some company out here. One of those doors that could be electric, could work off an electric eye or a switch or whatever, for timer even, I guess, for opening and closing it, but just does not make sense to me. I buy the door. I like the idea of the door that goes up and down. I attach a wire to it and open and close it myself. It's good to have the 2 channels either side that the door travels in too, but I prefer to decide myself when the hens get out rather than a machine doing it on a regular basis or when the sun comes up. There are lots of days around here I wouldn't want the door to open, so it doesn't make sense to me to put that kind of money into something like that. The door's been there since yesterday. It's been closed, and it's some sort of plastic. It's not transparent, but it's translucent. And they go over and sit beside it and peck at it and sort of look at the light through it. But since it's been open, they're not quite sure. Something new, and they think they've got to be cautious for a while, I guess. Well, I will wait and show you what they look like out in the yard whenever they decide to come out. Well, this is day 2 with the fenced-in yard. I guess there are only 2 of them out now. They've all been out at various times. And as you can see, some of my other girls are free-ranging. Everybody else is out, and they're mostly all of them are very interested in what's going on here in this new yard. It's the first time they've seen the young hens. I have some leftover plywood, 3 or 4 sheets of it, I guess. Now that I've got the top of this covered with fencing and hardware cloth on one section of it because I ran out of fencing, I think I will put a sheet or 2 of plywood over the top of it. Give them more afternoon shade. The whole advantage of them being able to get out in this yard in the heat of the day is because it gets quite warm inside the coop due to the color that I've painted it, I think, more than anything else. But anyway, I think I'll put a sheet of plywood, at least 1 sheet, up next to the coop, and that'll give them a larger shade area. They've been out eating greens and what have you. I left as much as I possibly could. I didn't remove anything, but I packed it down walking on it when I was doing the building of the fenced-in area here. But I'm sure they will turn it into a desert in no time at all. One thing hens are very good at is xeriscaping. It'll be nothing but brown earth in a week or 2. Give you a look at the little guys inside now. Once again, things are going to look kind of pinkish or whatever. And I just put that camera down in there, so they're a bit shy of it. But all 5 of my little hybrid banties are doing quite well. Getting some wing feathers, and all the feathers that I see so far appear to be black. Well, both the silky and the mottled cochin have black feathers, but I don't see any white yet, which would be the mottled cochin is white and black. Very curious. There, I guess that one there, as he spreads his wings out, has got white on them too. So possibly they will be marked like the little hens, the mottled cochins. They're still in their cardboard box with a brooder lamp hanging over it, and they have their own water and food supply. Occasionally they get visited by one of the bigger Chanteclers. I had to help one out of there the other day. She'd get in there with them but couldn't decide quite how she'd get back out. But they aren't bothering them at all. They go into curiosity, I think, hear them peeping, and I don't think I have any concerns about them harming them in any way. At least they're not showing any signs of wanting to do that yet. I'd have to look back to see exactly how old these guys are, but I think they're about 2 weeks old now. At least a week and a half, anyway. Well, thank you very much for watching, not walking. This is a little update from the chicken coop and the new chicken yard.